I'm back after a terrible bout of man flu, and we all know what that's like, us men, don't we? I've been not very well at all, and I've really missed this. Felt like I'd had my right arm cut off, but not to worry, I'm here now, back with a vengeance. I'm off work this week, so hopefully I'll be able to get a few rides in. It's a bit dull this morning, as you can see, but a bit of mist in air. It's not forecast rain, so we should be alright for an hour or two, all being well. Yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but when I get some sort of bug or flu or whatever, or cold or whatever I've had, I don't know, might even be COVID, I don't know. It goes straight to my chest. But when I was a young lad, back in 1980s, I went to bed one Wednesday night, and I'll never forget it. I know for a fact it was a Wednesday night, and I worked as a welder then in a furniture factory, making chairs and tables for schools. And I went to bed this particular Wednesday night, as right as rain, and got up Thursday morning with a terrible pain in the right side of my chest. So I had day off work, never thought no more about it, and my nanan, you know what nanans were like, they were go to doctors, weren't they? She says, oh, you've got pleurisy, it'll clear up, don't worry about it. So I suffered with it all that day, and I finished up at doctor's next day, it was still there. And doctor checked me out, got another doctor in for a second opinion. Said, well, I can hear everything sounds alright, but I think you ought to go to hospital for an x-ray just to make sure, which I duly did. And went in for an x-ray. Radiologist come out and he said, can you just pop back in, we just want to check something. And you know when they say that, you think, nah then, what have they found here? So I went back in, did another x-ray, and they come out and they said, whatever you do, don't move from there. He says, by the way, how have you got here? I said, I've come in car. He said, what, you've drove here then? I says, well, yeah, the car's at car park. I was with my girlfriend at the time, who couldn't drive. And he says, right, he says, don't move. He said, we're going to get you a wheelchair. He said, I don't even want you to stand up. I thought, bloody hell, what's up here like? What's up with me? Anyway, they got me up onto a ward. And, sorry, I told a lie, they took me into A&E first. And a consultant come to see me. He says, have they mentioned anything, what they found? I says, no. He says, you've got a collapsed lung. I says, you what? He says, and I understand you've driven here. I says, well, yeah. He says, how have you done that? How have you drove here with that? I says, well, I've just got in car and drove here. He says, you're not going anywhere. So, you know, we've all seen casualty. When people have got collapsed lungs, they shove that tube into your side. Well, I've had that for real. And believe me, it's not very nice. So I spent 5 days at hospital till my lung reinflated. Went home, and I went off work for months and months. And about 10 months later, it collapsed again, spontaneous. So I finished up having to have a lung operation. So I've got a 9-inch scar on my back from where they went in. Turns out I've got a load of cysts all over my lung, which had burst and collapsed the lung. Nice, for an 18-year-old, that. So So I got right after that, or as right as I could be anyway. And I mean, I smoked then, and my mother was going shopping, and I'd nicked a cigar or a packet, and as soon as she'd gone through the door and I heard the door shut, I shot upstairs to have a crafty smoke, and when I got to the top of the stairs, my left lung collapsed, and I went down like a sack of spuds. So I suffered with that most of the day till my mother came back from shopping, and finished up at doctor's again. Another trip to hospital. Another trip to hospital, and he says it's completely collapsed. You're staying in. But this time, they couldn't get it to reinflate. So I ended up being in Sheffield Hospital for 2 weeks, and having another lung operation. So I've got 2 matching 9-inch scars. That put me out of action, that, for 2.5 years. And I still suffer with it these days, and I'm nearly 58 on Boxing Day. So as soon as I get a cold, it goes straight to my chest, and I suffer. As I've suffered this last week. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there. I'm just glad to be back out on bike, because like I said, I've really missed this. So we're going to go round lanes. Shall we nip down this one? Change, never been down here. I know where it comes out though, I think. Well, this is quite pleasant, isn't it? This is what I like to do. Decent houses around here. A bit gravelly. Oh yeah, this is nice. Imagine we turn right here. What we're going to do anyway. This looks like a dodgy junction, doesn't it? We'll head up onto tops again. Sorry if I keep sniffling now and again, like I said, I'm still a bit bunged up. Don't get this, people, this is the most serious case of man flu I've ever had. That noise. Sorry if you get a bit of wind then, I got my visor up. I like to ride with my visor up as much as I can. All over the road here. I can't smell it, so I don't know if it's diesel or not. It certainly looks like it. Hello, windmills. God, it's everywhere. This has got to be diesel, that. Someone's got a diesel leak, isn't it? It certainly looks a lot like it, but as I say, I can't smell it. Misty. And we are pretty high up. Still there's potholed everywhere. Note's changed, but then it's not going to do in a week, is it? Autumn's well on its way, isn't it? Trees are starting to look a bit golden brown. Coming up here though, even though it's like this, and it's not too cold. I'd say about 12 or 13 degrees maybe. It's not warm, but it's not cold. Ideal riding temperature. Feels like we're going to do a jump. Oh. I hope you're all still getting out on your bikes. That weather's still mostly decent. Hopefully we'll get a lot more of this. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Which way are you going? Let's see, get back in there. Bloody hell. My visor back up for a bit. then. R1250 GS. Oh, it's great to be alive and out on a bike, isn't it? Even when sun's not out. In fact, I think I'm starting to prefer it when sun into out. At least you're not getting blinded, are you? Riding about on roads like this, I just love it. As misty though, I might be able to see a bit more. But then we're still not doing bad, are we? Keep giving you a little wipe now and again in case you're a bit misted up. I can see a very fine mist. It's collected all over my visor. I'll have to try and get all three of my bikes out this week, including Luke's street triple, I think. Take that for a little ride. He's already asked me if I'll do it, and I said I would, but he ain't really had a chance to go out on it. It's in Skeggy, really. Now we'll pull up here and turn around and go back and park up on left up there for 5 minutes. I know there's not much to see, but we can pull up and have a 5-minute look, can't we? Oh God! I couldn't do this on my tracer, paddling. Just very slightly taller than this. About 15-20 mil, but it's enough. Probably end this video here when I pull up and make another one for going back, get 2 videos out of it then, since I'm a bit behind. So I will catch you in a bit.